guys, I'm the Guitar Ninja and welcome to another daily guitar challenge video. Yesterday we did some finger tapping, today we're going to do some harder, crazier finger tapping. And as you may have noticed yesterday, finger tapping, whilst I can be quick, it is hard for even me to be clean on this one. There's so much gain going on, and when I'm tapping and I scratch a string, there's just background noises coming through. No matter how much I try to avoid them, if I'm recording, I'll actually use a fret wrap or even tie a sock around the strings to avoid any open string sounds coming out, to dampen it all. So there's a little trick for you if you weren't aware of those. So let's jump into today's exercise. As usual, we'll start slow and get faster and faster and faster. See what your maximum speed is, comment it below so I can see, throw us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's jump into this exercise. So this is the tapping we're going to do today. So you can hear there a couple of open strings, and that noise is something I still am working on avoiding myself at the moment. Right, let's jump into this. So this one is a big exercise, so let's see what this is. We've got 16, 9 and 12. That's our finger positioning. Based on the last video, you'll understand which fingers I'm using. And this one's slightly different. Instead of doing a hammer on, pull off, we're going to be doing a weirder mix. So we're going to do 16, then pull off, then 12 hammer on. But then before we pull off, we're going to do 16 hammer on, pull off again. So hammer on, pull off, pull off. So the little finger only does half each time. So we get hammer on, pull off, hammer on, hammer on, pull off, pull off. So you might want to pause the video and just get used to that by itself if you've not done this exercise before. So that's the exercise we're going to use for all of these shapes. So if I just give you the 3 fret numbers every time, you should be able to follow along. So that was 9, 12 and 16. So index, little and then picking hand. So the next hand we're going to do is 7, big stretch to 11 and 14. Same tapping though. Then we're going to do 5, 9 and 12. 4, 7 and 11. 2, 5 and 9. 0, so open, 4 and 7. Okay, so I've gone through these really quickly. So let's see if we can just get those bits down again through that much. So 9, 12 and 16. Then we've got 7, 11 and 14. 5, 9 and 12. 4, 7 and 11. 2, 5 and 9. 0, 4 and 7. Then we've got things on the second string as well. So let's keep this going. I'm going through this fairly quick, so this one is definitely slightly more advanced, unless you want to pause it and really break it down. So then we've got 10, 2 and 5 on the second string. Now trying to pull off and not get the high E or the third string to ring here is pretty tricky. So let's do that one again. 2, 5 and 10. So then we've got 9, open and open 5 and 9. Then we've got open again, 4 and 7. And then we round off by playing the 5th fret on the second string and the open E, so we get 2 E's together. Ooh, perfectly in tune, they just sound like one note. Okay, big exercise. Let's go through that one more time. I'm going to play it just one more time so you can see it, and I'm going to try and do it slow enough you could follow. So one of those notes was wrong. I actually played the 4th fret at once when it should have been the 5th or the other way around. So I'm going to do it one more time quicker, but one more time so you can see it again before we get in. There you go, so there's the full exercise. Notice how I look at where my picking hand, my right hand is going first, and then move the other hand to join. Because that hammer-on's the first note, it gives me that extra bit of time to get the rest of the hand in place. Okay, tab up on the screen, metronome ready. This is going to be a challenging one. Let's start at 100 BPM, but we're going to do quarter notes, so it's not going to be fast at all. 1, 2, 3, and... Get used to playing at the slower speeds. Right, 1, 2, 3, and... Okay, this feels super duper slow. Right, let's go up to 150 BPM now. We're going to do a few random jumps. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and... Okay, sorry about that. Right, so that was 150 BPM. Hope the messages didn't put you off. Let's go up to 180 BPM. Again, we're talking finger tapping exercises. Hopefully the slower speeds are just to practice. They shouldn't be challenging you on speed, but maybe challenging you on remembering what the right note is. 180 BPM. Obviously, if you're a beginner, I know it may be challenging anyway, but it's still good to go. 1, 2, 3, and... Already a wrong note. Okay, so we'll start to go out a little bit of timing there at some points. Right, let's go up to 200 BPM. Right, in place. And 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, so I've decided we're not going to do eighth notes, we're going to go straight into triplets. But I'm going to drop the metronome all the way down to 80 BPM. Because we've kind of got this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 with our picking. So metronome going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and us trying to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's just going to get really awkward. So I'm thinking we've got click, 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 and click, and click, and click, and click, and click, and. So let's see how this goes at 80 BPM. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Okay, a little bit sloppy there, so just remember that the click is when this hand is hitting the strings and the rest have got to squeeze in between. Right, let's go up to 90 BPM. 1, 2, 3, and. So as you can see, I'm not just picking exercises that I'm good at. Ones I've got to work out as well. 1, 2, 3, and 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a. I actually went a little bit out of time in places, but stuck close enough to the clicks. 1, 10. 1, 2, 3, and 1 and a 2 and a. Okay, now we're starting to get into some proper speeds. Right, 120. 1, 2, 3, and. Again, I hit 4th fret when I should have been at 5th, but let's go to 130. 1, 2, 3, and. So this is the kind of speeds I would normally start at to warm up with this exercise, to be clear. So this is where I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable, but now my fingers are tired. Excuses, right? 1, 2, 3, and. 1, 2, 3, and. to 150. 1, 2, 3, and. $160. 1, 2, 3, and. A little bit sloppy, but there. 170. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, now it's starting to get tricky to find those next notes in time. 180. 1, 2, 3, and. When I'm changing to that second string, it's just that little bit messy now. Right, 190. We're still going to go to the 210, even if I can't do it at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not very clean. I should really grind this more, but for this video we're going for the speed, so let's keep going. 1, 2, 3, and. No. 1, 2, 3, and. That was just ridiculously messy. But let's go to 210 and get this done because this video is long. 1, 2, 3, and. That wasn't too bad a start. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, so I think that was really messy. I'm sure almost anybody watching this with a bit of practice would be able to get that neater and cleaner than mine. Maybe some of you will struggle with the speed, but it depends on your level. I would like to actually see some video responses to this, to people showing me how bad that was and how much better you are. So do that, hashtag me, comment a link below, yeah, do all of that stuff. Give us the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your maximum speed was. Consider subscribing, and I'll catch you in a new video soon. But remember, before you go, to grab one of your tab books below to fill in with all of these exercises. There's a blank contents page and page numbers so you can track it all, as well as blank tab. There's chord graphs, scale diagrams, and note sections. So yeah, grab yourself one of those so you can track all of these exercises and see how well you get on, and I will catch you in a new video soon.